Holy hell. The blade. That is so cool. Thank you for your feedback. We wish you success in your work. So we're back. So welcome back, everybody. We're back to SCP Secret Files. We've completed our training, and we're ready to really get into the work of the archive department. Hiya, Carl. How did it feel? A little uncomfortable. Has anyone got aspirin? I could use a few. It was a little uncomfortable, but nothing crazy. We could deal with it. Hey, buddy, don't throw up on the floor. Stop messing with him, Stuart. Carl, that was only the beginning. You gotta learn to get used to it. Live with it. Understood. And everyone here wants to teach you something, Carl. Live with it. Come on, Stuart. Yeah, I feel much better. Cheers. Thanks, guys. In any case, you're welcome to join us, Carl. I feel like Stuart's about 60. The past hour has been torture. I don't know how the others managed to hold on. I messed up during the training session. I jumped off a cliff, fell into the icy water, and choked hard. I don't know how I even recall any of this because I have no memory of ever visiting any cliffs or waterfalls. But it was all so real. I can even taste it in my mouth now, the foul taste of the river water. But in any case, this is my first day at the Foundation. I gotta go to the cafeteria and get something to eat. Maybe that will make my stomach feel better. Yeah, maybe, Carl. Maybe. Beep, boop, beep, boop. And we're back on the panel. Okay, so we must have eaten some food at that point, and I presume we've got some new dialogue. Shortage of D-class personnel. Critically endangered species. Yeah, okay, so all of that is the same. That's okay. There's actually a competition on the Discord at the moment where you can put your own little notes on these, and if you win, they'll add it to the game. So, there you go. If you want to get a chance of being inside the game with your work, go onto the Discord and enter that competition. Zoe! Got it. I need to get the voices right for these people. Zoe's fine, but the others I have no idea. Got it. Gent could be like a deep guy, maybe. Stuart's kind of like, got it, boss, you know? He's more of like a gremlin character, the meme lord. Hey, Chuck. Why am I being assigned to field work again? Something went wrong at Site 74. Personnel from other departments went to provide support, so we need to take on more field work. Just like I said, our department should be renamed Relief Station. Stop complaining, Gent. Carl, how do you feel now? I am ready for a new job. Good. This is your first mission, Carl. Review the archives and organize them according to the requirements. Do not underestimate the task at hand. Go and finish it. I will do my best. Good luck, Carl. Just one thing, MIT boy. Strictly follow the regulations and do not act on your own without authorization. Thank you, I've got it. I'm not an idiot. Thank you for the advice. No, we'll be nice, thank you. This reminds me of my first mission. Wubba lubba dub dub. Alright, let's move. Ooh, files. Okay, so organizing the files. Do we do it all via this machine? Because that's gonna be crazy. So we're gonna just order all of this, I assume. Once we play the recordings, we'll be able to drag it and order. Something like that.
I'm Agent Q from the Accident Investigation Department. Containment breach occurred at Pony Station and contact with the Foundation has been lost. Agent Bella Lawrence was given orders to enter Pony Station and retrieve the black box. Following is a transcript of the interview with Bella Lawrence.
Ooh. So this is the Hanged King's Tragedy, the demo that we played before the game came out. See how much has changed since then.
Alright, 105. Blood pressure of 175 over 110. Experiencing mild convulsions. Administer 5 milligrams of methanol to help control blood pressure. Bella? Bella?
Wake up.
The drugs seem to be taking effect. Go ahead and ask questions. I can't be certain how long she'll stay awake for.
She doesn't look awake. Looks like she's tripping
Where's the
balls.
black box, Sparrow? Three days ago, you were tasked with investigating the situation at Site 74, Pony Station. You were assigned to retrieve the black box. Now, out with it. Where is the black box?
I've just woke up. Chill.
I brought it back. I brought the black box back.
Don't lie to us. You never brought it back.
No, that's impossible. I remember. I completed my assigned task. I swear. Shit, my head. Ugh.
All right, here now. This isn't an interrogation. We're not here to lay blame or point any fingers.
Just all of them at you.
Bella, I'm terribly sorry to have to bother you in such a state, but it is critical that we find that black box. We need to know what happened at Pony Station.
My memory's a mess at the moment.
That's fine. We'll take it slowly, step by step. Why don't we start from the moment you received your mission? Tell us what you remember.
I'll try.
You got it, Bella.
That night. Currently heading to mission site 74, Pony Station. We'll arrive in about 3 minutes.
Very good, Sparrow. It's been 48 hours since the Foundation lost contact with Pony Station. SCP-701 experiments there have been ongoing. We have reason to suspect a containment breach.
What is my mission?
According to Foundation Security Regulation 709S, each site must have a black box placed in a secure area to assist in identifying the cause of an accident, should one occur. Your task is to investigate the situation and retrieve the black box.
Black box? Got it. Okay, I've arrived.
I really love how they've just tied all of these mini stories together. It feels so natural.
I'm able to observe the mission site from here, but it doesn't seem like one of the Foundation's secure facilities.
Pony Station, officially known as Site 74, was originally a hydroelectric power station. After it was abandoned, the Foundation repurposed it as one of their sites. Initially, it was used only to contain a few safe-level anomalies, but recently it's also taken over SCP-701. I don't know all the details. We won't know the truth until you retrieve the black box.
Got it. I'll complete the task as instructed and retrieve the black box.
Other way around, I think. SCP-701 has probably taken over the station by now. So this was the Hanged King's Tragedy, which, as I mentioned, we did play as a demo version. But I am interested to see how things have changed since then. I know, reading a couple of the update notes and whatnot, they added things like a better flashlight, and potentially some of the interactions we see will be slightly different as well, so... I'm excited to play this a second time around, put it that way. Okay, so we get our tools. What's this? A cant counter, a device capable of measuring the humes of an area and calculate the reality bending rate in real time. This looks different, this tool. Some of this, a reality anchor, a device capable of stabilizing the humes of surrounding areas, one of the best weapons for combating against reality bending and reducing the psychological damage in an area. Cool. And finally, the gamma blocker. 60 mil per injection. Inject this blocker to stop neurotransmitters from behaving erratically as a result of unavoidable reality bending. Just the toolkit you need for some crazy shenanigans. And a photo of the objective. It's a box, and it's black. Cool. Press tab to open up the collection. So we've got 1 of 3. Interesting. Keep out hazard. Oh yeah. This is going to be good. Looks as beautiful as ever in the darkness of the forest. Let's get inside.
I've just entered Pony Station.
Retrieve the black box from the lab. Room 705. The elevator. 7th floor. Sparrow. Must.
What's that? Bald Eagle, you're cutting out. Damn. This is out of the safe range. I'll place a reality anchor.
Yeah, pretty quickly. Have to turn on flashlight. Gonna need a bit more than that. Reality anchor, please.
Okay. Much better.
Yeah.
Now let's find that elevator.
Much better. So yeah, flashlight's a bit brighter, which is nice. And I don't think I saw this before. What is this? Random corridor. Very cool. So this is some form of old factory that got converted into a Foundation base. Probably mentioned it at the start, but I ignored it. Basically. Adjusted the graphics ever so slightly to make it a bit smoother. Much better. So this one is more on the creepy side. The first story we had actually was quite creepy too. And I guess you'd be slightly interested to know that the first one was an original SCP. I think it was drummed up by the guys who created this game, so credit for them.
All the plans, including the project schedule that follows, have been disrupted. The actors of the whole site is theirs. They managed to procure a goddamn script from God knows where, and they've taken over my laboratory accordingly. And Dr. Cooper, whatever his name is, in particular, he puts on airs every time the operation starts as if everyone should listen to him. Who does he think he is? I have to let him know who's the boss around here.
Oh yes, you do that. Very, very posh. Hire issue 25-cent coin. Cool. And here? A request form for a scene, palace, forest, monastery, and banquet hall. Documents 1 of 7. So I won't pretend like I don't know where the key is. I knew it was in one of these, but I guess I got that wrong. Wait! No! It's all changed. Or maybe that was enough. Creepy things be happening. It was a while since we played it, so it feels sort of new again. Storage room? What about this one? Ah, much better. Okay. In here? Great. Throwing mannequins in the cupboards. I like it. Duty regulations. All personnel on duty shall not leave early. Absence from work is strictly prohibited. Personnel who cannot be on duty due to special circumstances shall promptly coordinate with the relevant site director. All personnel shall strictly comply with the prescribed regulations and rules pertaining to the access of classified files. All personnel on duty shall fill in the inspection form truthfully and correctly. If a situation that cannot be handled independently should arise, personnel must immediately report the incident. Spare key to room 101 placed under the flower pot in the visitor's lobby. If used, please place it back in its original location. So it was a flower pot. Is it this lobby? Oh, it was right here, okay. Key to room 101. Very good. Tyler Cooper's Journal 1. Today I read Dr. George Thompson's research log for SCP-701. Could it be true? Has he really been performing comparison experiments on chimpanzees this whole time? What could he have planned? Does he not realize what he is up against? This whole thing is turning out to be an ungodly mess. It's now abundantly clear why the Foundation transferred him out of Pony Station, leaving me to take over his post. He was performing the experiment all wrong. The whole direction of the project was just all wrong. SCP-701 holds great potential. I still believe that. I will have to adapt a new method of study. Efficient, fast, direct. It all begins tomorrow.
Dr. Tyler Cooper. I've heard of this guy. A bit of an eccentric and a thrill seeker.
Yeah, polo neck as well. Room 101. Oop. Turned my flashlight off. Oh, that doesn't get any nicer the second time round. It doesn't even make any sense why this is here. It just rammed someone in the pipes for no reason. It's brutal. Anyway. And here it is. So, guessing this is probably bits from the play. The script. Moving on up. Very cool. Weird how it all just stops as well before it hits the floor. Maybe we're losing our mind. Imagine that. Huh? Chains of some sort. It wasn't me. Okay. Forgot about the rats. So we're here to find a black box. And avoid whatever creepy, spooky mannequins might be lurking around every corner. Try in here. Yep. Great. Goody, goody, goody. In here. Black box. The purchasing list. Multimeters, maintenance kits, wire cutters, hydraulic clamps, cable threaders, and arc lamps. Your basic electronics toolkit. Cool kit. Could be a cool kit if you're a cool engineer. Everything you need to get the lights working. The performance of a lifetime, I'm sure. Like, I briefly saw the character's foot when we vaulted through there. Like, just a tiny bit for like one frame it twitched in. She's wearing big black boots. You guys chilling around. It's like what they make you do when you go for school photos. You always have to put your hands like that. Although that would be down in the lap, wouldn't it? So, interesting.
This must be the elevator. To the 7th floor, then.
Agreed. But before we do that, let's read some documents. There's got to be something in here that we can use. Give us a bit of information about what's going on.
Blood we offered. The hanged king we served. I serve my king with my blood? Blissful suffocation, sacrifice of sin? What's this? Some kind of poem? Ah, my head! Ah!
Uh-oh. Inject. Stab it. E. Nice. Whew.
Shit.
Feeling better?
I'm very familiar with cognitohazards. I've been trained to deal with them. But this wasn't anything like that. I couldn't breathe. It was like there was a knot tied around my throat. I was weightless, hanging, gasping. No matter how much I struggled, nothing helped.
That does sound terrifying. But perhaps it was just a nightmare, though.
No. We wake up from nightmares. Not from this.
Oof. This guy's worked for the SCP Foundation. How does he not know that something, it must just be your imagination? This is the SCP Foundation we're dealing with. Everything's just pure bonkers.
Kidding me?
Oh, Did the lift break down? Who would have guessed? Oh, right, yeah, we probably should put another anchor.
A better place of reality.
Yeah, we're down to 40%. I'd like to hold on to reality if possible. Look at them jeering. Look at that idiot broke down in the lift. Oh, that's terrifying. I would hate to look in there in real life. I would be at the back of the room here looking at it. I wouldn't go any closer than this. Elevator shafts are terrifying. I hate them.
I guess I'm taking the stairs.
Sure,
It's locked.
but not from here. Character's still adamant to find the black box. I like it. Trained to deal with these events. Nothing will stop her now. Oh boy.
What the?
Yeah? What the? That's all we got. What does that have to do with mannequins? Love of something. Something king? Oh, my king. My king. Can I take this? Duke Sortino. Oh god, I gotta do the player again. Here we go. See if I can do the voices better this time. The chains of fate coil like a poisonous snake. It is not only me they seek to entangle, but also you. Gonzalo. The curse before death is frightening indeed. Petruccio, get this meddler out of my sight. Let dead men remain speechless. Petruccio extends the noose and strangles Sortino's neck. Traitor! Usurper! Ah! And presumably dies. Hi. Uh-huh. I don't like the eye contact while you're peeing. Help me, I'm dying. I had enough time to scroll with my own blood, the words to help. You get the idea. Not a good time. I've always wondered, like, if I ever get into a situation, which I don't want to, of course, but like where you become attacked by an ex-murderer, you know, you've been hacked or slashed, you're bleeding out. You know, maybe there'll be like a moment of epiphany where I'll be like, oh, I've got some time actually, and I'm in a pool of blood. I could write a message, and then I'll suddenly be like, oh, that makes sense. Like all these games ever, now I can screw something just like they did. That'll be my last, like, legacy for all of time. It's just ridiculous. What have we got here? Isabella. Okay, Isabella. If the lies of the monarchy were to be recorded in a book, the archivist would never know a moment's rest, and would evidently become overburdened with fatigue. Maid Beatrice. Empress, Lord Antonio is here. Isabella. What is that you say, my estranged son? Why would he come here to see me in the convent? Go get me my very best dress, at once, and prepare a glass of poisoned wine. As you say. Maid Beatrice leaves. What sad truth. The dice rolls with lies and bears my name, and the martyr under this conspiracy shares my own flesh and blood. The hell happened there? Someone drop a coin? Bottle. Changing it up a bit. I like it. Hello. In here, the archives. The archive department, huh? It's about time. And we're back in the vents again.
This cognito hazard. Could it have something to do with SCP-701? The situation here is much more serious than I expected.
What you think the cognito has is just a natural occurrence in the facility? Of course it has something to do with one of the SCPs. This guy's cleaning? Reading? Yep. Bing bong. Whoa, we got an email here. Miss Irene Mabel. Recently, Former assistant Dr. Tyler Cooper, Miss Lisa Amanda, was demoted because of her refusal to carry out the experimental orders given by Dr. Cooper. On the 16th of, she was injected with Class A amnestics and sent away from site. To fill this role, at the behest of Dr. Cooper himself, site management has decided to promote you to the role of Senior Experimental Assistant. Your interview and authorization session will be held today at 13:30 hours, room 711. Please come prepared. From Encrypted. Oh, it was to Miss Irene Mabel. That makes sense. Well, they have that voice now. Oh, look at him with the little swingy feet. It's funny. Rehearsal script 2. We've got Persona, Gonzalo, Antonio, Isabella, Ludovico, Francisco, and the scene is the Covent Inn. To cover up the truth, Gonzalo orders the arrest of the 3 men who witnessed the Queen's confession and imprisoned the Queen in the convent. Gonzalo then goes to have a secret meeting with Ambassador Alagada. After learning of the Queen's captivity, Antonio begins to plot his revenge. Oof. Dun dun dun. The creaky noise is a lot scarier than the like dun noise that they had before. Hate it. Requires round handle. Very good. Oh, you're performing the play. That makes more sense. Gonzalo, Antonio, Alinda, Francisco, Isabella, Petruccio, Sortino, Aletus. Scene. It's like that country song. United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru. Act description in the ballroom. Gonzalo kills an eyewitness and orders the royal chef to make a stew from his body. The witness's daughter, Alinda, is then placed in the covent. Antonio and his squire enter the covent to confront the queen. She tries to kill Antonio, but he sees through her plan. She is left to suffer the consequences. As Antonio and his squire evacuate the monastery, they encounter the imprisoned Alinda. Sneak in behind me. Very royal, regal pose. Maybe we're looking at Alagada himself. Not that I really know what goes on in that play. The trouble is there's so many scripts throughout this chapter that it's very hard to get an idea of what's going on.
It's all very unusual these days. Many people have come to the site, but they haven't registered with the authorities. I've heard that Cooper and his team are rehearsing a script into a play, and that all participants are required to record their daily status. My experiment has to be put on hold because there's no one left to work on it. It's not right. I'll write an email to the minister and inform him of the malpractice going on here. Who's that?
Oh, how dare you work on me? I'm talking smack about some of the other employees. File cabinet handle, the round handle. Cool. Do we get this still? We do. These are different pictures. We've got the Hanged King's Tragedy, the actual script. So this guy sent this to all of the employees and made them all perform it. Might explain why they're all missing. Some floppy disks. Oh, these are different SCPs, maybe? Oh, we got a tape here. So this is a recording of SCP-701. The blurry text in the bottom kind of mentions it. A dagger. This is a different SCP. Can't read what number it is down there. 781? Maybe? 785? And then back to here. We saw some very different pictures in the last one, so it's cool that they updated that. A bit more relevant to the story. Where did our mannequin go? He's still there. Alright, let's move this way. Rotate the mouse. Woohoo! Chicka-choo, 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 chicka-choo. Went too far, back again. Chicka-choo, 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 chicka-choo. So sick feet. Okay. Yeah, I've had enough of open spaces. Take me back to cramped vents. Do vents exist like this that people can actually crawl through? I mean, they must do, right? Because they're in almost every piece of media ever where sneaking is involved, but I wonder if anyone's ever gone into these. Maybe there's like maintenance people do this? I don't know. If anyone knows anything, I'd be interested. Have you been up in an event like this? Do you know people who have? Tyler Cooper's Journal 2. At first, most of the on-site personnel were apprehensive about participating in this project, but after disturbing some of SCP-701's documents to a few volunteers, they became widely circulated, and the number of people coming to sign up suddenly increased. It's rather curious how it happened, and I haven't quite figured out the reason behind it yet, but it's welcome news. I'll take it as a good omen. Now I've managed to mobilize the entire station to participate. Every single person. It's my chance to prove myself. An opportunity like this doesn't come every day.
Why would Dr. Cooper need so many volunteers? And what on earth is this SCP-701?
It's a big play. There are many participants, many actors. And of course, if there is a king, there must be an audience. That's my 2 cents anyway. More rats. Oof. Ooh. I love that they're throwing in a couple of extra things to throw you off guard. Very creepy.
Finally, luck is on my side. This ought to get me to the 7th floor.
Very good. So when I first came here, I was almost adamant that it was SCP-087. It's a seemingly infinite stairwell. And just the words infinite stairwell kind of give you an idea. It's got that kind of like feel to it. I think this was inspired by it, but I'm not convinced that it actually is the SCP-087. The Hanged King's Tragedy. Sacrifice everything. First, group rehearsal at this date on the conference room. Second one, May 26th. Third one, May 27th. On the 705th room of the 7th floor. Ooh, look at the poster here. The Hanged King's Tragedy. Sacrifice everything.
Notice?
Well, yeah, if everyone's asked to perform the play, you're going to want to rehearse. You'd be stuck. Should probably try some of these doors. Which floor was it? The 705th?
What the hell is going on here? 4th floor again?
I guess so. And our clocks have appeared.
The way
Clocky.
out of here might have something to do with these clocks.
I agree. So we have to make them go ding. And then that pretty much is it. I'll just make sure that I'm in the right spot here. I remember it being quite precise last time, so I don't know how precise we need to be this time. Oh, it's going to take us days to get around here. Oh. Around about there on the 2, maybe? And then the blue one. Did we just do the blue one? No. Go around clockwise. Oh. Showtime. So we're magically on the 7th floor now. Okay. Not gonna question it. Glad you know the code.
I've never seen such slow damage. The situation might be even worse than I thought.
You don't think that's a slight problem? I guess, well, you've got the reality anchors, it's okay, but 26%? That's really low. Huh? I'd like to
What is that smell?
go down the
When was the last time they cleaned this place?
corridor, please. Well, they are pumping out sewage. Or something close. What is happening to me? It's like my head's being cut off or something. Oof. Taking a bath. Oh, cutters. Not very sharp, but at least they work. Ooh. Found the employees.
Voice! It's that voice again!
Voice? What voice? What voice?
I served my king with my blood. Blissful suffocation.
Tell us what it's saying.
Sacrifice of sin. No!
Bella, are you feeling better now?
Suffocation. Like a rope looped around my neck, pulling tight, weightless, hanging. Nothing around me, just my feet dangling, struggling, fighting. It will swallow me and make me its slave.
Bella, you
Jeez.
are completely safe here. Nothing can hurt you. Okay, let's continue.
The situation there was much worse than expected. Much worse. I knew I had to get in touch with the Foundation. I managed to find a phone, and I called for backup.
Okay. Sounds good.
This is Sparrow, 09868, for Bald Eagle. I'm at Pony Station on the 7th floor. The situation here is much worse than expected. I need backup.
Bella, are you sure this is actually what happened?
What do you mean? Yes, of course I'm sure.
Come on, Bella. Try and focus.
What are you talking about?
Bella, you never made that phone call.
Of course I... What?
Pony Station was completely cut off. There was no contact with the outside world whatsoever. A phone call? That would have been impossible.
No, but I saw...
What did you see, Bella? Tell us what you saw.
Here we go. That's my reality anchor. I needed that. What do you mean, what the hell is that? It's the Hand King himself. Let's go, let's go. Oh, God. Cut it, cut it, cut it. Okay. I'm off. I'm off. I'm off. Ah! Go around here. No, 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 no. Let me get. When attacked by an unknown source, it's wise to run. Yeah, thanks. Great. Cheers. Okay, well, hey! Magic! I've been here before. Oh, how did you get through that so quick? Not cool! Let me through. You got some time? Oh, he really goes though. When he gets moving, he really gets moving. Sneak through. Slightly faster, please. Come on, Bella. Come on, Bella. Doors are closing. Ugh. Oof.
Bald Eagle never said anything about that. Bastard.
Yeah. Agreed. Just managed to get out of there. Tyler Cooper's journal number 3. SCP-701 scripts have been out for a week now, and the participants have had minor rehearsals as described above. But one thing continues to baffle me. They always seem to recite the wrong lines. Every single person. It's strange. Almost like it's orchestrated. And when I try to correct them, they become defensive, insisting that they read the correct line. But other than that minor hiccup, everything else went quite well. I'm very much looking forward to the first full rehearsal in room 705 the day after next. After the full rehearsal, all will bear witness to the potential of SCP-701, and my name will be synonymous with it. Tyler Cooper, the genius behind the experiment, who managed to tap its endless potential. This is history in the making.
Rehearsals? A play? What is up with this SCP-701 experiment?
I don't know, but I don't think I went in here before. Electricity needed. Or maybe I did. Now I'm getting confused. We'll find out. Instant clipping 2. On April 27th, local time, 5 students were involved in a collective blank incident at the Cleveland Institute of Arts Drama Club in Ohio, and another faculty member died of stab wounds. A janitor was taken into custody as a suspect in the incident. His statement mentioned that 4 students used the blank from ceiling during rehearsals. This was then repeated by the last remaining person after they assaulted the teacher. The teacher died 2 hours later. Following a forensic investigation of the scene, it was determined that the janitor had no clear motive for committing the crime. He is currently undergoing further observation in a psychiatric hospital. I mean, the janitor was only suspected, so it doesn't make much sense. So I remember that switch, I think, turns on the power, which gets rid of these people. So I want to go and have a look this time. Dude. Chill. All bow before the hanged king. Rehearsal script 4. We got Persone or Persona, we got Gonzalo, Antonio, Alinda, Francisco, Petruccio, Ludovico, Conardi, guards, and the scene is at the palace's convent. Gonzalo obtains poison from Ambassador Alagada and plans to hold a banquet to poison the ministers. Later on, Gonzalo is faced to contend with his conscience. In a monologue, he describes his remorse for his crime, but he knows that there is nothing he can do about it now. Antonio, Alinda, and the squire escape from the convent, and Antonio promises Alinda that he will exact his revenge and marry her as the new queen. Cool. Let's turn on the power. I can turn off a flashlight for once. If only for a brief second before we're plunged back into the darkness. I wonder how many horror games give you the option to turn on the flashlight. Like on and off once it's on. Because, you know, once you turn it off, there's pretty much no point. I guess you could do like a no flashlight run, but it's just pain. Why would you? Do not cross. So I never wondered. I'm assuming that this is those reality altering stuff. This is definitely no ordinary scene recreation. Could be a containment cell, but chances are it's reality altering shenanigans. Go around the other side. Hello?
We're evacuating. Damn it. After the show, everyone went crazy. Some hanged themselves. Some killed each other like beasts. That damn evil white monster. This was all destined to happen when it brought in that script. Everything that happened here is all Cooper's fault. It's their fault! This will be the last recording from the experiment. The hydropower plant was shut down forever. And no doubt my experiment will also... What's going on? What's going on? Ah!
He found you. Ah! Gets me every time. Experiment report. Holy nuts. Object class unclassified description. The experiment was a multi-object project including SCP blank, SCP blank, and SCP blank. The experiment primarily focused on researching of the process of reality distortion led by Dr. George Thompson. The project lasted for the duration of 5 days. During the first 3 days, 2 Rorschach tests were conducted on SCP blank and blank. A level 3 hypnosis experiment was also conducted on a level 3D personnel influenced by SCP blank. Within a short period of time, the experimental subjects revealed varying degrees of immersion state, and on the 1st day claimed being in a primary forest. The trees here are mainly sequoia and Pinus and Pinus carabea. On the same day, the Hume level of the surrounding environment was decreased to 37. On the 5th day, the described scene began to invade reality, causing the original experiment site and 6 experimental subjects to go missing. The project was forced to be suspended. There are no further investigation reports concerning the area. Dr. Thompson believes the experiment was primarily influenced by the reality distortion effects of SCP blank, and thus can be considered its creation. SCP blank-1 uncoded officially. So, without knowing which SCPs are being mentioned there, it could be that whatever's in here caused the reality distortion throughout the site, which is somewhat unrelated to SCP-701 here. Lord Alligator. This way, please. Coming through, coming through. Mind if I squeeze past? Take that as a no. Uh-oh. Oh, 5. That's not good. Let's fix that right up. Everyone's off to watch the show, huh? Oh. Boop. Boop. They get back up? Boop. Boop. Only some of them get back up. Others are too weak. Too floppy. Ooh, I didn't even notice the crowd up there. That's kind of cool. Watching from the top. Rehearsal script 5. We've got Persone, Gonzalo, Antonio, Linda, Francisco, the rest of the audience, and we're in the banquet hall. At the banquet, Antonio bursts in and confirms Gonzalo's murderous crime, as well as his own lineage. Gonzalo is deposed by an angry group of ministers. Instead of killing Gonzalo, Antonio exiles him to the convent. Antonio then orders his squire to plan his wedding with Alinda, and the play ends with a dance by the group of courtiers. How lovely. Laboratory work rules, do's and don'ts of safety goggles. Basically, wear them, and you're going to be okay. They're pointing. I thought to start with they were reaching out. They're drawing us ever closer.
Look like they're all going to the same place.
Because they are. Bella. Use some inference. Read between the lines. You're an investigative field agent. It's kind of your job. All the world's a stage. And all the men and women are merely actors. Or players.
The black box.
Hey! Bit creepy, but at least we found it. Sweet! Got it from Pony Station, important data inside. It's encrypted, but it can be decrypted at other sites. That's what I like to see. Got the goods. Let's get out. How did that door close behind us? Irrelevant. As long as we got the goods, that's all that matters. It's kind of smooth sailing from here on out. Is 049 still over here? Yeah, he is. Looking sweet and cute. Well-constructed handmade doll with the tag SCP-049. I feel like SCP-049 is the developer's favorite SCP because they really love putting SCP-049 everywhere. And with it being the first DLC coming out, I feel like they're wanting to spend some special effort on it as well. So... yeah, my thoughts exactly. Power Generation Center. Sure. As long as there's a way out, that's all I care about. Anything sprinting down the hallway? Weird that all the mannequins just stopped being around. Whatever. Ah, we're back here.
Bella, we really need you to tell us the truth here.
What do you mean? I'm telling you the truth. I completed my task. I retrieved the black box from Pony Station.
Looks like the cognito hazards really did a number on her.
What are you talking about? I'm fine.
Bella, there was no black box in sight when we found you.
That's impossible. I'm positive. I know I had it in the escape elevator.
And there is no escape elevator in Pony Station. None of what you're saying adds up.
This guy needs to chill.
That's impossible. It's just impossible.
Look at me, Bella. Try and focus. What really happened?
What really happened?
Dig deep.
Bella, think carefully.
I...
705 testing laboratory. So there was no mannequins, which means there's probably no black box. Ooh. I guess there's one mannequin.
What's all this?
I mean, why would it just be placed on a chair? It makes no sense. It's pretty cool though. Gonzalo. He's finally got his voice sorted. These guys are loving it. Applauding the performance. This guy's so emotional, he's covering his face. The crowd's like, oh no! Yes, hang the king. Hang him. Where's crowns? They're so shocked they've pushed the chairs over. Now they're joining in on the hate crime. No. Gonzalo. The audience really got emotionally attached to this one. Here he is. Our hanged king. Check. Okay.
Fuck! Not again.
What exactly did we check? Oh! Whoa! The 10,000 speed! Okay, I'm out. I'm gone. Which way are you gonna come? Oh! What? That's so fast. Even trying to run around the chairs. Look at this guy. Run. No! What? How am I meant to get down the corridor? Mad jukes. Okay. He's coming. I'm going. Oh! Faster! Oh! Wait, there's a bit of paper. What was it? Oh, I got it. Skill for a moment. It was an achievement of something. I guess we'll read it afterwards. No! What? No, God! I can just keep restarting. It's very quick, very rapid fire. Now. Going. I think after you get over the initial burst, you've got enough time to get out, but my God, is he nuts.
Before we really know what's behind this containment breach, Pony Station will have to be locked down. That much is for certain.
Yeah, sure, cool. Tyler Cooper's Journal 4. Ugh. The rehearsals have officially begun. Positively brilliant. My hands are shaking now as I write. This experiment, the exciting avenues ahead. Although some sections stray from the original SCP-701 script, everyone remained perfectly in character, wholly consumed in the act. The audience, too, seemed to be entirely absorbed in the performance. A strange thing, though. I noticed a certain something. A person, perhaps, appear on the stage. He was not one of our original members, but, well, he was quiet and reserved, rather friendly. A tribute to Ambassador Alagada. That is, it must be, the truth. The splendid, magnificent truth. Hang the traitors, one in one. Hang the betrayal and the ignorance. Together with the noose, hang them to alert all the world. Cheers and cheers all around for our great king. Let us bask in this glory. Together we will follow him. The blood of fools we offer to thee, hanged king. The writing that follows is obscured by bloodstains. I think Tyler lost it. So did we get, like, an extra document or something that we found there? Experiment report? It was probably one of the scripts. Yeah, incomplete script here, I guess. Gonzalo. Let us raise our glasses to Ambassador Alagada and pay tribute to him. Only the finest wine can commemorate this exciting victory. Prince Antonio. It was he, the ruthless usurper who killed our king. The despicable man who plays executioner dares claim this bloody conspiracy as his trophy. Prince Antonio. Kill him! Let his head be the sacrifice, and for redemption, let his blood pour out. Gonzalo. I am your king! Release me, and I can forgive all your greatest crimes and misdeeds. Ministers. Kill him! Kill him! The vile traitor is not worthy of the crown. Blood for blood. Sacrifice to my king.
So SCP-701 is a script. One performance and now all of Pony Station is ruined. Dr. Cooper, what have you done?
What have you done? Murdering mannequins in cold blood. So that incomplete script bit that we just read was the performance that we saw live from the mannequins. And it must have been from there on out that the place went to hell. And you can assume that all these people are kind of like almost mirages, images of other people who were probably bullied by the others. Oh, that's a cool angle. That's pretty cool. And I guess just infighting kicked out from here on out. People potentially rushing? As to what they're...
mannequins again. Where are they heading?
Yeah, and what are they doing?
Where have all those volunteers gone?
Rehearsal script Ron, our final script for rehearsal. Gonzalo, Antonio, Isabella, Sforza? Francisco, Sortino, Alinda, Conari. In the ballroom, the king of Trinculo passes away and the king's brother Gonzalo succeeds him as a new king. At the coronation, the drunken queen confesses that she colluded with Gonzalo to kill the old king and hang his body from a tree. The queen goes on to confess that the great nobleman Antonio is in fact the son of the old king, and as such has legitimate claim to the throne. Antonio scoffs at this, but upon returning to the inn, he meets the ghost of the old king, who confirms everything the queen has said. Blood we offered, the hanged king we served. I served my king with my blood. Blissful suffocation. Sacrifice of sin. Aha! So Gonzalo is the one that succeeded the throne, but the hanged king himself is, I guess, his father. Which is probably the white guy in the straitjacket that has been following us around, chasing us, trying to murder us. Kind of makes sense. Sorry guys, it's not good, but I gotta make my way through. Oh, so where's the black box? I guess if we never came out with it, we're never gonna find it, but how does this story end? I'm starting to imagine. These must be the actors. Jesus.
Holy fuck. Guess this is the ending of their performance. SCP-701. The Hanged King's Tragedy.
For me? You shouldn't have. Really? You could turn away now, Bella. Don't need to do this.
I serve my king. Who's there? With my blood.
Huh? Oh, Ambassador. Ooh.
What the fuck?
Hey, we got a bit extra. It's the extended cut. This wasn't part of the demo. I'm gonna have to do it. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. It's close to midnight. The mannequins are creeping in the dark. Look at them. You try to scream. Whoa. It's the dagger.
Sacrifice his head and seek redemption with his blood.
Kill him! Kill him! A despicable usurper does not deserve the glorious crown!
Whoa!
What the hell is going on?
What the hell is going on?
It's the goddamn cognito hazard again. I need to leave right now.
It turned you into a mannequin. Oh, this is so cool. The infighting. Everyone's going nuts. Look at them. Whoa! Fight back! Oh, you've been stabbed. Okay. That's not good. Fight back! Ugh. Nice one, Bella. With a strong left hook. Let's get at it. We'll take the knife with us. Ooh. Jesus. Oh, this one was prepped. Damn, Bella! And again! And again! Head slam! So the mannequins are symbolic of the people who perform the play for sure. With Bella herself now being a mannequin.
Need to leave.
Yeah, I think that's good for everyone. Ooh.
Damn it.
Oh, that's fine. We didn't want to go backwards anyway. We'll get to the end of this journey one way or another. It means going through hell to get there. That's what we'll do. These must be bits of the script. Again. What is going on? Do you serve me or are you here to execute me? I can't tell. Look at the heads turning. Holy hell. The blade. That is so cool. Thank you.
With my blood, I serve my king.
Let's do it.
With my blood, I serve my king. With my blood, I serve my king.
Ella.
With my blood, I serve my king. With my blood, I serve my king. With my blood, I serve my king.
It's all a trick of the mind.
With my blood, I serve my king.
Oh. You got him.
Her condition is unstable. I've just injected her with a sedative, but you'll need to let her rest for a while.
Thanks, Doctor. Well, let's go then.
What? We haven't found the black box yet.
You still don't get it, do you?
Get what? What do you mean?
A black box is merely a vehicle for recording the truth. But a black box isn't always a black box.
You mean...
That's right. She is now the black box. Got time for a cold one? Because our work here is done.
You guys suck. Bella was just a tool. Like any other D class.
I serve my king with my blood. Blissful suffocation. Sacrifice of sin.
Wow. All of that from some audio recordings?
The black box has been properly contained at Site-105 and pending further investigation. Above is the full record of the inquiry.
Wow. And I guess we went ahead and filtered through all of it. Jesus. I've got to say it again, I'm really impressed with how the story all ties together. And we always come back to Carl at the end. Oh, so now I guess we do the sorting. Oh, we're going to literally create the description of the SCP. Oh, that's really cool. So item SCP-701, Euclid, special containment procedures. That's fine. Can we find them? Seems like the first one to go in there. Ooh. Performances of the Han King's tragedy do not always end with an outbreak. Of the blank recorded performances, only 36.78 have ended in SCP-701 events. According to the historical records and investigations, these outbreaks generally follow the same pattern. 1 to 2 weeks prior to the event, during the dress rehearsal period, cast members will begin spontaneously deviate from the published text of the play. Rather than improvisation or gaffes associated with going off script, said deviations will be both orderly and consistent, as if the actors were working off a new version of the script. The cast and production crew will seem unaware of any change, and if it is brought to their attention, will state that the play has run that way from the beginning. 2 to 3 hours prior to the event, the outbreak generally occurs during opening night or else at the production with the greatest planned attendance. 1 to 2 hours before the event, 701 Instance 1 begins appearing on stage in the final scene of Act 1, generally in the background or to the side of the main action. It may seem to enter or exit the stage area, but does not appear to ever enter the backstage or offstage area. It simply disappears when not on stage. The cast does not appear to notice or comment on SCP-701 Instance 1, at least at first. SCP-701 Instance 1 appears fully on stage during the banquet scene in Act 5. Here, it will be incorporated into the action of the play as the Hanged King. The cast will either murder each other or commit suicide, sometimes using items that seem to appear spontaneously on stage. Rioting breaks out in the audience, with viewers randomly attacking anyone in front of them, regardless of prior relationship. Following the event, if any of the audience members survive the initial outbreak, they may exit the performance space, in which case they will continue to engage in random or opportunistic violence. Victims will generally require sedation or restraint in this scenario. Normal personality will begin to return roughly 24 hours after the event. Surviving victims will generally exhibit signs consistent with a traumatic experience. Some will have no recollection of the event. Others may be rendered permanently comatose or psychotic. For a typical case study of an outbreak, see incident report, blah, 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 blah. And there was another one that happened during a high school drum performance in Redacted. Very cool. So that was the description. So this one here is an extra log, which was the one by Dr. Tyler. So the project leader at the time was Dr. Tyler, according to the research logs. In short, 701 is a self-evolving mimetic virus transmitted through unknown means through the text of play. Dr. L has theorized that SCP-701 events may involve expunged. This hypothesis is consistent with a spike in redacted levels via satellite in the vicinity of the 19 redacted incident, indicating expunged. Most of this is just random because it's all cut out. You don't actually gain any knowledge of this. It's just like something may happen at some time with something being involved in that something. You're like, okay, cool. Foundation agents are understanding orders to suppress any performance or publication, blah, blah, blah. Despite our best efforts to the contrary, however, the play remains freely available online. Not great. All attempts to isolate these copies have failed. Suppression of the play's publication has generally been successful, with most copies of it destroyed before distribution. Nevertheless, copies of the older trade paperback turn up with some regularity in both college and high school libraries. And the bit at the end here, the audio logs, adds the special containment procedures, kept in a triple-locked archive at storage site. Redacted items consist of 2 copies of the play, 27 copies of the 1965 edition, 10 copies of the 1971 hardcover edition, 21 floppy disks, consisting of data seized from raids on Expunged, 1 video cassette tape, and 1 steel knife of unknown origin. At no time are any of these items to be removed from the room. Access to the area is to be heavily monitored. Absolutely no personnel whatsoever is to be granted access to the archive without the express, in-person permission of Doctors L, R, and J. Removal of these items from the site is strictly prohibited without exception. All personnel entering this area must be placed under strict surveillance at present. The most complete source of data is preserved in Black Box 70103. Origin name Bella Lawrence. Really cool. So if this is the actual document for SCP-701, then the developers completely invented the play script. Which is awesome. Possibly. Submit. Cool. Our first documented SCP. How's the first mission, Carl? I was a bit confused at first, but I got over it. Smooth sailing all throughout. Now I can handle these archives with ease. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Good. I have to admit, you're no worse than I expected. How about a taco night for celebration? So... are we really using a living being as a tool to contain anomalous objects? Hey, MIT boy. I've seen a great many field agents. They are prepared to sacrifice themselves at any time in order to complete a task. Secure, contain, protect. For them, it is a creed worth paying the ultimate price for, and it is our duty to record all of this truthfully and honestly, so the people may remember them forever. I understand. Anyway, you completed your first mission smoothly. We should celebrate. How about going for a drink? Old place? Count me in. Sounds cool, but I can't drink too much. Awesome, let's get drunk. She says a drink, not drunk, Carl. Don't get ahead of yourselves. Hey, how about a taco night? Or a donut night? Stuart, everyone just ignores Stuart. To celebrate the completion of my first ever archive mission, my colleagues threw a small party. It all started to grow on me, my colleagues, and this place. I started to really enjoy all of it. Maybe it was all the drinking. I dreamt I was lost in a strange cave. It was dark and damp and smelled of decay. And in all the depths of the darkness, I saw at all times 2 red dots, monitoring my every move. What a strange dream. Tequila is too strong of a drink. I need an espresso to sober me up. But we will save that for next time. So that was the Hanged King's Tragedy. I'm really glad they added the extra bit to the end, and a couple of other tweaks to both the English language used in the text, the flashlight, stability of the chapter overall. Really cool. Keep it up. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts, and I hope to see you in the next time. So until then, goodbye!